Everything has gotten so expensive lately. Flights, hotels, food, you name it. So I wanted to find out if Europe's favorite holiday island, Mallorca, has gone the same way. Is it still affordable, or is everything here crazy expensive too? I went to investigate, and yes, I've got receipts. I was chilling in Palma city center after visiting one of the food markets when I got hit by that desperate I need coffee or I'll literally die feeling that I know you guys know as well. So I found this tiny coffee shop with amazing reviews and it didn't let me down. The guy behind the counter was super friendly and served up a flat white that was easily a 10 out of 10. Price? €3, right in the city center of Palma. Meanwhile, the same morning back home here in Copenhagen, I just paid €11 for a mediocre coffee and pastry. So yeah, Mallorca coffee, excellent value for money. When you're in Spain, you've got to do tapas. It's basically the law, isn't it? So I went to a restaurant recommended by another Danish travel blogger right in the heart of Palma. Normally I'd be a bit, concerned because we're right in the city center and, tourist traps, but this place was great. I got patatas bravas for €6.90 and these bad boys are always great. Then fried squid with spicy mayo and squid ink sauce. The sauce, weird. The squid, delicious. I also had a non-alcoholic Estrella for €3.50, which was actually more expensive than the normal beer, so lesson learned there. In total, I paid €40.90 and it was way too much food for one person. I could easily have shared it or with a friend, to be honest, but I was filming for you guys and I wanted to try some different bits, and it was all really nice. One of the reasons why I love traveling to Spain is that you can eat really well without breaking the bank. There's nothing I love more than a rooftop pool. Nothing. I hope my wife and son won't watch this video, but this Palma hotel was brilliant. Rooftop pool, friendly staff, excellent breakfast actually. So I paid €260 a night, including breakfast and parking. A bit pricey, but also fair for what you get because it is a nice hotel. But here's the thing that annoyed me so much. In the lift, they had a sign saying you had to pay €25 to use the barley beds by the rooftop pool. I just mean, come on, I've already paid to stay here and it wasn't cheap. So I've already paid to use your facilities and now you want more money just for a slightly fancier sunbed. So obviously, I spread all my stuff all over one of those barley beds and enjoyed the pool after dinner one evening. Nobody came to charge me, but I bet they do keep an eye out during the day. And I don't know, what do you guys think? Would that annoy you? Should hotels be allowed to charge you more to use a fancier sunbed? Leave a comment below. One late afternoon, I stumbled across Lorien, which instantly became one of my favorite beer bars ever actually. It's not a wannabe Irish pub and it's not a pretentious craft beer bar. It's the perfect mix and pretty much the perfect bar in my opinion, and I've seen some bars in my time. They've got tons of beer on tap and the lad behind the bar gave me a couple of free tasters and explained the different beers. So I went for this German Pilsner at €5.50, and to be honest, that's probably half of what you'd pay in Copenhagen or London or Paris at a craft beer bar. By the way, my number one tip for Mallorca is rent a car. Buses are slow, taxis are expensive, but with a car you can explore all the small beaches, mountains and the little towns at your own pace. I paid €64 per day for this lovely automatic Skoda, but there are cheaper options if you're not picky. And more expensive options as well, of course. I booked it through discovercars.com, which is a website that shows you all the different rental companies in one place, so it's easy to compare prices and also read reviews from previous customers. Discovercars.com are also sponsoring this video, so thank you very much. Discovercars gave me a discount link for you guys, and it works worldwide and it never expires. So whether you're watching this in 2025 or 2055, it still works. And whether you want to rent a car in Mallorca, Norway, New Zealand or anywhere, there's a discount for you there. Just scan the QR code or use the link below. I always find it a bit strange, paying to enter a church, but I suppose that's how they keep things running in the Catholic Church, and fair play. €10 to enter Palma Cathedral, and it was worth every cent. And that's a nice thing about Mallorca, compared to capital cities, which is what I usually cover on this channel. There aren't loads of paid attractions on this island. Most of the highlights are free, you know, the beaches, the views, and the whole atmosphere of being on a proper holiday island. Also, you hear a lot of chatter online about how overcrowded Mallorca is. So this is me, literally a few steps from the island's most famous attraction in the middle of August. Promise me something, guys. If you ever find yourself in Spain, grab an Aquarius. It's basically Spanish Gatorade or Powerade, but just way better. And it saves your life in the summer heat because it helps with dehydration, obviously. And these bad boys are around €2.50 in the small touristy shops, but if you head into a proper supermarket, they are way cheaper. I actually think one of the best things about traveling is the foreign supermarkets, don't you agree? There's just something exciting about all the foreign brands and the weird stuff they got in another country. Especially in Spain, I think it's such a joy to visit the supermarkets, and this might be because I live here in Denmark, which is one of the world's most expensive countries. But anyways, I love this little Eroski supermarket close to my hotel, and I got all this for just €12. That would definitely have been, you know, probably double as expensive here in Denmark. Contrary to popular belief, they do eat more than just tapas and paella here in Spain. So I tried Klug burgers in Palma, and I paid €19.50 for burger, fries, and of course an Aquarius. I went for their wannabe Big Mac burger, and that was not a bad idea, so just sharing this in case you're ever in Palma. The waiter wasn't the friendliest, but the food came fast and it was very delicious. And finally, the airport test. Because if there's one place you'll always get ripped off, it's airports. At Palma Airport, I paid €8.95 for a Spanish omelette sandwich I couldn't even finish. It was that bad. Then in another little cafe place, I paid €14.70 for another horrible sandwich and a bottle of water. And I wanted to share the prices from the airport with you guys, so I walked all over the airport to find a proper restaurant, but it seems there aren't really any, you know, proper restaurants in Palma Airport, just coffee shops that also do food. So maybe bring your own snacks if you don't want to pay a lot for stale bread, or you could head to McDonald's. So is Mallorca cheap or expensive? Honestly, I'd say it still feels affordable. Coffee is cheap and good. Food is great value. Hotels are reasonable if you book well in advance, not like this guy on this trip. And most of the best things to do are free. So yeah, Mallorca is good value for money. But what do you think, and are these prices cheap or expensive where you live? Let me know in the comments, that would be quite interesting to hear. And thanks for watching, subscribe if you're new here, and maybe give the video a like. Thanks.